We're
You
going to be
know,
talking about the movie Sinners. We're going to be talking about Freaky
Yes.
Tales. We're going to be talking about Citizen Toxie, Toxic Avenger 4, quite possibly and most definitely the greatest trauma movie ever made.
There
Hunter
we go.
Johnson's going to be talking about his favorite comedy of all time, fucking Basketball. Are you fucking joking? The most
Yeah.
rewatchable movie ever made. Film Villains here tonight. Stay. We're going to talk about that shit.
Damn. Where's Alex been holding that off?
nice, bro. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Right.
about. That. Welcome to Film Villains, everybody.
Yes.
We're here. We're live. Fucking A.
Undead, maybe even.
I've
Yeah.
been thinking. I've been thinking. Why don't we start off an episode each week? I don't know. We haven't even discussed this yet. Talk about our obsession of the week. It could be
Ooh.
like within a few seconds worth, or 10 seconds. Hunter, what have you been obsessed with this week? Could be
Oh,
anything
man.
on the earth.
I've been obsessed with football cards, bro.
Really? Buying
Yeah.
them?
No, just playing with them, checking
What
them
the
out.
fuck you play with them? You just throw them around?
Yeah, you know, you
Make
put
them
them in
kiss?
an order, then you put them in a different order, and then you
Make
put them
them
in a
kiss?
different
You
order.
make them kiss
You
upside
make
down.
them kiss.
Yeah.
You make them play fullback and tight end.
Cut slits in them and make them scissor each other?
You know, you draw little faces on them. I cut out photos of people and I put their face on the football player. So, like, I've got a whole Napiwocki section. I've got an Ackerman section. I've got all your little faces put on their things, and I just spend all night just gluing faces on the football cards. and
Nerds.
and the cool thing is that, like, once I complete my football family, then I'll have everyone that I need, you know, right there in my fingertips. So
That's going to be a pretty shitty roster, I'll tell you. You're not going to win the fantasy league on that one.
oh, I might win it. I might win
Are
everything.
any of these cards stuck together yet? Or is
Oh,
that
lots of
once
them are
you get the
sticky.
whole
Lots of
family?
them are stuck. But I
Oh,
do
that's
try
how
to-
the faces get on. It's
you got
like,
yeah. You got to put them in a protective plastic sleeve, though. You know, you got to wrap them up if you catch my drift.
Ah, yes.
You know.
Gotta wrap them.
Yeah, man, that's what I've been
so much
obsessed with.
evidence, Hunter. So
Yeah,
much
you
evidence.
know.
Oh, yeah. So, and before we move on to Alex, I see the chat area here. Look, Summer. Yes, I'm out of the basement. Thank you, Summer. Thanks for joining us. We're
What
using
up, Summer?
I don't
using a
see
new
any of the
streaming
chat.
platform. So it's gonna be. We're trying to work out the kinks. I just learned how to use it a couple of hours ago. So.
You're in charge of the chat act because I don't see any of that shit.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm
don't
the
think
person
we'll
that
have to
does
figure out if we can get more. Sign you up too. A couple. Both of
You
you guys.
put Summer's comments up there because we are not about silencing women on this podcast.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
And but
Every
I am
comment.
sometimes.
The weirder, the better, Summer. We encourage
I
you.
appreciate weird comments. In fact, I'm gonna put a bounty out there for the weirdest comment of the night. Is gonna get some sort of sweet prize. I don't know what that prize is. I make no promises, but it will be sweet.
100,000 prizes.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
saying it's got to be like
Right
I'm looking for like a 10 on the weird scale, though. You know, really push the envelope
Yeah.
here tonight.
out
I
of
kinda-
10.
I told these guys I was gonna Brando this episode and just kind of derail us at every turn.
He's fucking
so
derailing us.
I got a bounty out there for the weirdest comment of the night.
So, Alex, what's your obsession this week?
What's my obsession this week? I mean, besides the movies that I watched that I'm going to talk about later, because I already want to go see Sinners again. I just saw it the other day, and I want to see it again.
Okay, let's go.
I've been deep diving Nathan For You again. Either of you ever see that show?
Yeah.
Nathan
So good.
Nathan
How
Fielder.
years,
He's got
yeah.
a new show called The Rehearsal on fucking Max. But that
Nathan
reminded
For
me,
You is so good.
God damn, what a great show.
Yeah, it's so weird.
He's just, oh my God. I watched one last night where he this moving company is not doing too well, so he turns it into a gym. So you've got people paying to be the movers, lift up the box, carry the box, put it over here, and they're getting paid. So, fucking genius, goddamn. Nathan Fielder, you are our dream guest. Besides Mikey from the movie Mikey.
Oh
Yeah,
Nathan
that is
Fielder,
true.
we're calling you out. We need you on Film Villains.
Yeah, Hunter, you'd be the one to reach out to Mikey. Find him through his
I'm
people.
honestly I think I'm gonna make it happen, guys. I'm not even
Mikey
kidding.
plays guitar in a punk band, bro. He's
Yeah.
got to be 1 degree away. I'm gonna look him up on Instagram. We probably got some mutual
just
friends.
Yeah, I'm
straight up.
gonna
Somebody
somebody
do that.
What are you obsessed with this week, Ak?
Well, the past few weeks it's been tiki culture.
Oh, interesting.
You know, in LA.
Why drink from a glass when you can drink from a fishbowl, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Why drink one alcohol when you can drink all of the alcohol?
Yeah, all of them. Well, because I realize, I watch a lot of arcade and bar builds, and people just showing off their spaces. and that's how I got some inspiration from that over the years. But I just ended up clicking on a home tiki bar, and then this guy just fucking makes all his own drinks, and he shows people how to make them. And I'm like, why don't I have a fucking bar menu here for the goat bar? And it just make because I always drink beer, so I can never make anything for anybody. So I'm gonna be developing my own tiki inspired bar menu.
You just put an
Cool.
umbrella inside the Miller Lite, bro. And you're good.
Yeah, Miller Lite and umbrella.
The Acronomicon. Miller Lite with a fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Is Miller Lite your beer of choice? Side tangent, real quick.
yeah, my favorite beer is always the one in my hand.
That's
Okay.
a man that knows his
Yeah.
beer right there.
It doesn't matter. I switch it up. And right now it's Miller Lite just because it's I have quantity over quality, with because I tend to enjoy beer.
When they meet each
But-
other, it's the best, though.
Yeah, but they don't last very long if you're fucking paying 3 times as much for beers. So trying to be on a thrifty budget.
All right. Well, next week, I want to see an umbrella in that chalice, bro.
Oh yeah. I need to order some. That's it. I don't even have like a fucking shaker or anything. That's besides the point. Someday I'll get that going. But I did start mixing drinks last weekend before I went on my cruise. So I'm writing notes and have the.
Oh,
so,
it's
yeah.
the cruise. Tiki culture. I'm seeing what's going on here.
And then I wrote notes on the cruise. So, so Hunter, do you want to discuss a movie? Oh no, let's get into fucking news. I've just been 2 weeks since I've done a show. I don't even know what to do anymore. Let's do it.
Whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little out it did.
We got our clips, everything. Clips are everything in there.
This new platform, that little fade out.
Oh yeah, it's different. A little bit of difference with between this. We're on EV Mux. If anybody knows EV Mux, let us know if it sucks. Because StreamYard definitely sucks because they fucking went up 6 months ago. Like went up $20. It went up to like $45 just for the fucking basic capabilities. So
And we do this for free because we love it and we love you.
Yeah.
But
it definitely costs money. We need sponsors. We need sponsors.
Like an AA sponsor.
This is cutting into my beer budget.
Guys, we need friends.
We need friends too.
Yeah.
That would help. Here. So first up in the news.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Wow, look at that.
Let's see if I can get this correct. Okay, that might be the one. See,
Is that what you were aiming for? To make you big and everything else? Okay.
We are working out the kinks.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of cool. So here we have our friends.
Our friends. We have friends. They all made this.
Our own Jonathan Lewis and Mary O'Neill.
Oh, it's on Tubi now. Nice.
Yeah. Tenants, the anthology. It's very fun. It's pretty badass.
Nestler.
Made in Los Angeles for a very, very tiny budget, and a Blake Regal. And a very small scene was shot in my Hollywood apartment.
Nice.
Interesting.
So, yeah, while it was.
So you're kind of the star. I mean,
I am the star. Yeah.
Basically featuring, produced by Christian Ackerman.
Yeah. So,
Christian Ackerman's Tenants. Right?
And there's Krista Collins, our pal Krista Collins. You know Rick Collins from SVG Sound. That's his wife.
Oh, Rick is great. Wonderful.
Yeah. So, I always mix it up. San Gabriel Valley Sound.
And Tenants kind of happened because of Just Scare Me. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think so.
Connection there?
I think those people. I mean, but yeah, they were all friends already. But they were just. I think they all just. What happened? What's going on here? How'd that happen?
The computer's literally saying "fuck you." It's just like a middle
flipping
finger
me off.
The computer is literally like,
What is that, dude? That's
the computer is brandoing it
offline, bro.
The computer is brandoing all of us.
Yeah, I took that out. All right.
If this is the worst episode of Film Villains ever, comment below right now. And then hit subscribe to anybody here for the first time because we will do better. We promise.
Here's one, guys.
Would
you rather find out that your partner is your first cousin?
Awesome.
Or find out that your parents were brother and sister?
No, it depends on how hot my cousin is.
And if it's your cousin,
So you find out that your romantic partner is your first cousin, or would you rather find out that your parents were brother and sister?
we've got to go cousin, bro. We've got to go cousin.
Yeah. You don't want to be
No,
that kind of
bro, I
baby.
don't know, dude.
Well, I mean,
Cousins can be through marriage, there's all kinds of loopholes.
No,
like
legit first
parents
cousin.
or parents. Well,
a blood
I think I'm
cousin.
gonna have bigger issues if mom and dad are brother and sister, bro. So
Well,
I don't
it might
know.
be the
One's
case.
therapy and one's like chemical, So
Yeah.
Oh my god.
what would you prefer, Hunter? Sounds like you've thought about this a lot.
I've thought about this for weeks now, guys. And I think that honestly, I would probably take my parents being brother and sister. And the only reason because that would have nothing to do with me,
Yeah.
And I'm just,
Your 23 and me might look a whole lot different, and
my
it might
23
explain a
gets
whole
a
lot.
lot more
You
narrow.
could explain everything.
It would explain a lot about me.
Moving on, boys. Moving on. Our friend Amalea. She is. Oh shit! Here we go. I mean, I'm still trying
This
to get
is
used to this
possibly
shit.
the first real news off of Facebook of this.
Yeah, maybe.
So Dark Delicacies closed,
Yep.
and that's very, very sad. But what is rising in its ashes? Killer fucking fitness.
Yeah. And Dark Delicacies
A horror
Angeles.
situation with an 80s theme is coming to Burbank, California. Holy shit.
Wow.
The makers of the short film Slasher Size.
Yes.
Very cool. That looks dope. Killer
Go
fitness.
Emma,
I love
congratulations.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, Emma. That's what's up.
You'll be able to do aerobics in Dark Delicacies.
What's that middle
old
finger
building.
thing? What the fuck is that?
I'm still trying to get it.
Anyways, congrats, Emma. That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Dreams come real. Follow through. The world is your oyster. Go fucking dance around in neon, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Now-
Hunter, there's
you
always
want in
two
the world,
opponents.
bro.
When you're doing it, it's two opponents, bro, not just one, Punch, lunge.
One.
We have a couple new trailers. A new trailer, Together. It stars Dave Franco and Allison Brie. Have you? And I guess it's a body horror film. So let's check. God damn it! Someday this thing will fucking work. Let's check this out.
This is a cool format.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I love you.
She opens the door. She closes.
What's going on?
Terrifying.
I don't know. Since the move, Tim and I haven't been on the same page.
Please. Do you love each other?
Maybe we're just complacent.
Well, you know, complacency can sometimes simply be.
Ooh.
Harmony.
Like Flick with the light pole in A Christmas Story.
You know, this
Yeah.
could be the
Lips just
beginning.
got stuck.
Roll over.
Oh, they're gonna get
Or Hunter with his football
together.
cards.
Wonderful.
Yeah, dude.
Or Act with the
We
VCR.
spend our lives in search of the other half. If you think you found that, don't be so quick to let it go.
I think something's happening to us.
Listen to me. Listen to me. We've got to get out of here.
Damn.
Now. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Billy, wake up!
You be okay?
Whiskey for the pain.
$20 says they both die.
Wow, that looks pretty nasty, dude.
Yeah.
That looks pretty.
I'm a fan of Baby Franco. He does good things.
Yeah,
I'm
Alison
a
Brie's
fan
great.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
down.
yeah,
Dude.
I'm down too. Why am I full? Okay. Next up, there's a new Fear Street Prom Queen trailer for Fear Street.
I
This
like
came
the
out.
Fear Street movies.
Yeah. Let's check this one out.
Coming to you live from Shadyside High. Only 2 days to go until senior prom, and anything could happen.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Megan Rogers, principal's office right now.
Miss Granger, this is your time to shine. This is the new Shady Side, the promise of a bright future. This is your chance to fulfill that promise.
I'm trying to win prom queen, but I am never gonna find a prom dress.
You're so gonna win prom queen.
You better believe I am.
Welcome, class of '88, to your senior prom.
Hi.
If you make a fool of me, this will be the end of you.
It's Shady Side. When's it all going to go wrong?
Going on right now. Is he an American Gladiator?
From the twisted
I
mind
just
of
saw something in the
R.L.
hallway.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
You'll never be prom queen.
Twisted mind of R.L.
Megan, go! I know how it sounds. A whole bunch of people have disappeared. Where are all the prom queens? We're trapped! How do we get out of here?
Wowzers.
This is a very special night, and someone is ruining it! Put the music back on. I'm gonna cut the bitch that did this.
You having a good night?
Looks like some fun.
You know, it looks fun, man. It looks like a good entry horror movie for a young horror fan out there. I'll check it out. It's fun.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
that
just
would be a
can't. I
Netflix
can't get
thing,
over
right?
from the twisted mind of R.L. Stein. That's hilarious.
What? You think R.L. Stein's got a regular mind? He
Oh
writes
no, he's
fucking
got a really
2
twisted mind.
children horror books every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Is he still hyperactive, when it comes to publishing, or
I
does he?
don't know, dude. That guy
That's a
just...
good question. I imagine so. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Unless he's
He was a
dead.
huge part of my youth, bro.
R.L. Stein is a G, bro. I used to read those Goosebumps books all the time.
They were slightly after my time, I think, because I was already reading Stephen King.
Yeah, you were
Well, 13.
probably yeah. Goosebumps would have been like child's play to you, you know.
Yeah.
Child's Play is great.
But I loved that shit in the 80s. Like, I gobbled up as much horror books as I could in the 80s, like witches and, witchcraft, weird shit with kids going on adventures.
Fangoria.
Yeah. So, speaking of children's adventures, Hunter has something that he'd like to show us right here.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Is it going to work?
Yeah.
Is it going to
It was a
work?
virus. It was a
Look at
computer
that.
virus. You just uploaded my virus.
Yeah. Well, apparently the Hunter's Home Video Horrors. Okay, either way, Hunter's Home Video Horrors. What do you have for us today, Hunter?
Oh man! Speaking of hilarious jokes, I brought my fucking favorite comedy movie out, Basketball. Have you ever seen this, Christian?
I have, yeah, but I very vaguely remember much about it.
Dude, This is an absolute gem. Trey Parker.
First we get the jobs, then we get the khakis, then we get the girls.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's so many quotable lines. I heard your sister's going out with Squeak.
Victoria Silvstedt, Playmate of the Year. Victoria Silvstedt, Playmate.
Yeah, dude. You should throw a trailer on for this bad boy, but this is like
Oh.
what, a late '90s comedy.
This was the first time we saw them do anything besides South Park. This was a big fucking deal when this came out.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
and the reason this was on my mind is because I recently saw a TikTok where they were talking about why they did this movie, and it was, I guess, in between like season 1 and season 2 of South Park, and they were pretty certain South Park was going to fail,
Yeah.
so they like hedged their bets by doing a Hollywood movie to hopefully, you know what I mean?
Yeah, keep that
And
going.
dude, it's such a funny fucking movie, bro.
Yeah.
It's made by the same like producers as Airplane, so it's very much in that like
Zucker Brothers
constant joke after joke after joke, just never stops.
Yeah.
And it's super raunchy, bro. And if you haven't seen Basketball, it's worth a visit, bro.
God damn this fucking thing. Oh fuck, I just lost Hunter. Holy moly, here we go. God damn. Get these fucking
Hey, it's
buttons.
all right, Christian.
We planned it all like this. This was all planned.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
Yeah,
Alex is out there. Oh, we gotta have those. Yeah, we'll get our shit together someday. There we go. That's the. So, and tell us, what is this movie about? What is the?
Well,
Is that what it's about?
it's about two guys that take on the sport establishment by creating their own backyard game of basketball, a hybrid between baseball and basketball. And then they get turned into a whole national league, and they get sucked into the power of money and fame in regards to being a sports superstar. But really, they're just like a bunch of drunk buddies that are just into constant shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
And
'cause
they,
he's like, we're pretty good at basketball as long as we're not like running or jumping or doing defense or any of that stuff.
yeah. And so, yeah, but the funniest part are the psych outs, bro. There's one that you can psych them out anytime they're taking a shot. You can do whatever you want to psych them
okay.
out. And there's some fucking brilliant psych outs, bro. Like
Who is the villain in this movie? What kind of a person? Is
well, of course the basketball team owners. There's of course billionaires that are in it for their own good, and the ownership stake of the whole league is on the line, Christian.
Okay.
So there's plenty of bad guys, dude.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, dude.
It's a sport for the people, so they're against, it being the Staples Center or the Crypto Arena. It's supposed to just be, Tompkins Arena and stuff like that. But if they lose, it becomes all, just a fucking corporate machine.
Yeah. You got Jenny McCarthy and Ernest Borgnine in there.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Yasmin Bleeth, that was her name. Okay, yeah, the other one.
And Squeak.
Good old Bob Costas and Al Michaels.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
So David Zucker directed it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just watching some interview with him the other day, because he's not happy about the new what the fuck Naked Gun trailer.
The new Naked Gun trailer looks pretty dicey in my opinion.
Yeah. Especially it's done by Seth MacFarlane.
It's done by Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, it's been done by Seth MacFarlane, and
Seth
Family Guy
would kill that shit, bro.
Family Guy fucking sucks. Seth MacFarlane sucks. I don't get it. Whoever let that get popular is
the first
problematic.
2 seasons of Family Guy was fucking brilliant.
I'll take your word for it. I just stare blankly at that shit.
I like Family Guy. Family Guy's funny.
I can't stand it.
But yeah, man,
Family Guy is that then they made American Dad, and then they made the Cleveland Show, and all the jokes just started fucking falling into all the different episodes, and it fucking lost the thing. But Stewie and Brian are 2 of the greatest characters ever created, and that's
true.
I'll take your word for it.
Anything else to say about Basketball Hunter?
No, bro. I just wanted to bring some light comedy, levity into the mix. I can't understate it. It's my desert island comedy movie in the sense that every
can
time I
watch it
watch
every
this
day.
dude, I know I'm gonna laugh, bro. Every time, without fail.
And it is a
Roadkill
time
caught on tape.
capsule. It is a time capsule of that time. I mean, it is so pop culture. You know, it's got all the it girls from then. Real Big Fish is fucking the house band at the stadium. Like, you are transported to 1997 or 1998.
Dude, and
Certainly
it's the
not
Milwaukee
99.
beers too, you know. So like, I grew up in Milwaukee, so I was like, when I was watching this movie, I was like, yeah, the Milwaukee beers, dude.
We grew up with beers, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got, guys. That's my contribution to the episode in regards to Hunter's VHS of horrors, and now I politely defer to you.
Yes, thank you. Bringing it back around. I mean, I guess I'll fucking do my segment. Let's see if my shit works. All right, my segment worked. I don't know about yours. What the hell?
I'm only listening to the next two movies.
Creatures. I don't even know what I'm saying. Creatures of the Night.
It worked.
I haven't put that up in forever. I don't even know what the segment's called anymore.
Oh, dude.
So the other night I have a big movie screen in my backyard that I built, and so my housemates and we popped in an old classic called Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger Part 4. And have you ever seen this masterpiece of cinema, Hunter?
I have not seen it.
What the fuck, bro?
I'm going in blind for all the movies the rest of the episode.
It's the best Toxic Avenger movie.
Yeah,
including the original.
I've only seen the original.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, we are going to show
I mean, the
you
original is fantastic, but imagine if someone whose favorite movie was the original Toxic Avenger got to write a Toxic Avenger movie, because that is what happened. And Trent Haga fucking owns.
Yeah,
it's so damn good.
Yeah, let's show the trailer. If we can fuck this fucking.
Oh, the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, this is the original trailer. Never mind. Hold on. Hold on. Citizen Toxie. You bitch.
Citizen Toxie.
There it is. 47.
Oh, yeah.
Ago, a legend was born. Idolized by every man. Desired by everyone.
I don't think this is it.
He's battled
the fuck is this?
I don't know.
God damn it. Somebody's making their own goddamn trailers.
That was dope.
Yeah.
You might want to type in Toxic Avenger 4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
here
there
we
you
go.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I saw Kabuki Man. That's legit.
Yeah, Kabuki Man.
There we go. That's Trauma. That's the music.
All right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It's like a warm hug that I've never gotten anywhere else.
Hey, I'll give you a hug, bro. I got you.
It won't be the same, but yeah, come on in. Come on.
15 years
Oh, this is the.
a legend.
You stopped it too early, bro.
No, that one was only 47 seconds, so it doesn't matter.
47 seconds is a very respectable
This is
amount
like
of time.
3.5 minutes.
Yeah, this looks
Just like the movie, this trailer's way longer than it needs to be, I'm sure.
And now he's returned to face his greatest enemy, himself.
Oh my god! It's the Toxic Avenger! Charleville's favorite hideous uniformed creature of superhuman size and strength! Toxic!
You gotta stop. Yourself. The evil version of you. You've gone power mad.
It is so.
The evil version of me?
I never trusted Toxie! Yeah!
Toxie's a hero!
Heroes don't double amputate police chiefs!
Yes, they do.
Nice.
These arms. And hurl 12-year-old children into brick walls!
I've assembled the only team capable of bringing him in.
All right, Toxie, freeze right there!
Jeremy cameo.
Superheroes. Dolphin Man.
Yeah.
Man. Cowboy. Sergeant Kabuki Man. NYPD. Master Bader.
I'm not going to die. Not in Jersey.
We don't want to kill you, but we will! Well, if that's a Toxic Avenger, where's his morbidly obese ward and sidekick, Fattass? It's
Lord-ass.
punk! You're pregnant with 2 babies.
Corey Feldman.
Babies?
From what appears to be two completely different fathers. And that's preposterous!
This looks wild, bro.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm your daddy now.
What the hell is going on here?
There can be only one.
That's a good scene.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Nose blood.
Yeah. There's all these Citizen Kane fucking references throughout. It is bonkers. A multiple parallel universe where Toxic Avenger switches with his evil double in a parallel universe and is forced to try to figure out how to get back to the good universe and save his face because the evil Toxie's out fucking shit up instead of being the hero. It is a wild movie.
Damn.
Wild and fun. Alex, what tell us about your love for this movie.
I mean, Trauma is definitely a deep love of mine, and it was made by, there's the first generation Trauma movies, not the, fucking Porky's wannabes, but, the original Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High. But then that era in the late 90s where, like, the kids that were raised on those movies got to actually start being involved. Because Trauma, you can just show up and be part of a Trauma crew. That's, like, how it works. If you're willing to just go show up, you're on. They'll give you a camera.
Sandwich.
They'll give you a microphone. Come on. But, this era is where, I think maybe it's the best era of Trauma movies. Citizen Toxie, Terror Firmer, and Tromeo and Juliet are all fucking bangers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But this, Trent Hega, who was like special effects guy for Trauma, wrote it, from my understanding, right?
I don't know what he was doing before.
In Terror Firmer, he's like the special effects guy, so I just assumed like he plays the character of that. But I assume being ultra low budget movies, that's how we would cast it. Is just the guy that actually does that would be that. But dude, Toxie 4, it's everything you want a Trauma movie to be. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's completely offensive. It's violent as fuck.
It looks
it's
fun
schlocky as fuck. It's C grade horror, but it's like high level C grade. High level.
Yeah, it is. And because it's so creative and ridiculous, that's it's kind of smart in its stupidity. It's very it's hard to say that out loud about this movie, but it tries. It really tries, and it succeeds. And you could cut down at least. I'm always watching the unrated director's cut, so there's probably an extra hour that could be cut out of this movie, but it doesn't matter. It's not gonna make a lot of sense, anyways. It could be a tighter movie, but I don't know. I'm so used to seeing the 2.5 hour version that it works out.
The thing is, like, if you're gonna enjoy 90 minutes of that movie, you're probably gonna enjoy 2.5 hours of it because it's like looks like just peak Trauma.
Yeah. There are some lulls in there. It peters out a little bit, but especially the first hour is fucking hysterical. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trauma was just not ever my big jam,
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of Trauma. I love Trauma, but I never dove too hard into it like I did with other types of horror.
Yeah, I'm not a big Big Trouble fan either. So, and let's just say I haven't dug in as much as
Yeah,
you
I've
have.
liked everything I've seen. I haven't done the deep dive on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I deep dove. I dove deep.
You
Yes,
dove deep,
you
Did
baby.
it all.
Well, let's do a little doving into this next movie, Alex. What you got? Something?
Dove it.
Let's see. Let's see if that bleeds everyone's ears or not.
Yeah, it worked.
We put.
Alex.
I'm the only person that saw these next two movies, bro. The fucking pacing of this shit is gonna be. You guys can leave. I'm just gonna talk for the next half hour.
We will interview you.
So, Alex, where were you the night of Thursday, May 4th, in 2019?
Probably some crime.
Committing a crime.
Probably crimes. Probably doing no good. Probably doing hood stuff with my friends.
Good stuff. That makes sense.
Have either of you guys? I know the answer to this. It's rhetorical. Have either of you guys seen Freaky Tales yet?
Freaky Tales?
What is Freaky Tales?
No.
It just
we watched the trailer a few weeks ago.
It was released last month.
Mm.
And then it became video on demand like 2 or 3 days ago. I watched it 2 nights ago.
Freaky.
It is written and directed by the team of Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, who are famous for making like Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So Ryan grew up in Oakland in the 80s, and these are 4 interconnected stories based on some kind of real stuff, I guess.
Okay.
So it's anthology-ish. They kind of tie together. It probably would have been better if they didn't try to tie them together, to be honest, because it's very loose.
Yeah.
But you've got... it doesn't quite know what it is. That's kind of the hang-up with it.
Yeah.
There's like some underlying sci-fi, like almost Repo Man, Green Glow, that you're like, okay. Never really goes too deep on there. But anyways, this movie starts out, for Punks on Film, this movie starts out in 1987 at fucking Gilman Street, which is the East Bay version of CBGB's. And they have such an accurate representation of the place that people that are regulars at that club thought that they actually filmed it at the club. It's got their rules. It's got the entrance. It looks exactly like it. And you walk in and they got, the shirts are the shirts. That kid was wearing a Corrupted Moral shirt. They were one of the house bands. That's a deep cut.
Okay.
When we first see the place, the band, a fictionalized version of the band Operation Ivy is playing on the fucking stage, which is awesome. 2 of those members went on to be Rancid. But they're wearing literally the shirts and hats and everything that they're wearing in their most iconic photos. The first scene is the skinheads, the neo-Nazi skinheads, are invading the peaceful punk club.
Oh.
And they're like, what the fuck are we going to do? We literally have a rule that says no violence. And they're like, yeah, but violence against fucking violent people isn't exactly the same thing. It's like if you're being tolerant of the intolerant, you're not being tolerant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the punks decide we're going to fucking fight back. They have a business. The guy who's like the most, pacifist one is like, we can't fight him. And then once they're all like, we got to fight the skinheads, he's like, well, I'm not going to be the only person that's not fighting the skinheads. Let's fight the fucking skinheads.
Uh-huh.
So then we've got an awesome montage of them making fucking spike bracelets and fucking putting nails in baseball bats. And fucking the punks fight the fucking skinheads and beat the living shit out of them. It is CGI gore fest, the fight. Fucking fantastic. Very cool. It's at a fictionalized version of a Black Flag show.
Oh, wow.
So you've got real life bands playing. A band called Aphids is the band that plays as Operation Ivy, and a band called Gulch is who plays as Black Flag.
Cool.
You've got some cool, very historically accurate the way that it looks. The dates might be a little weird. Operation Ivy technically existed at this point. In this movie, they're like a fully polished band. They were probably a couple weeks old. But it's rad. I think some young kids are going to learn about some really cool shit because of this. And that's just the first one. The second one is these 2 girls are in a little hip-hop group that they have, and they end up in a rap battle against Too Short. By the way, Too Short is the narrator of this movie the producer of this movie.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I saw Marshawn Lynch in there, too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and the dude from...
Angus Cloud.
Yeah, Angus.
Rest in peace. Pour one out. the third part of the movie is Pedro Pascal as a hitman type mob beat 'em up enforcer. I don't know what you want to call him. He's the collector.
Yeah.
And he's doing his one last job. And as we know, every good one last job always turns out great, right?
Yes.
So you can expect more of the same from here. It is literally in a scene in this movie is Pedro Pascal and Tom Hanks in a fucking 80s video store. What more could you want?
Tom Hanks?
Tom fucking Hanks.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a cameo. Pedro's got a real fucking role.
Yeah.
And then the fourth is Angus Cloud is in it, and it's kind of like the neo-Nazi. There's like this like corrupt cop that's throughout the movie. Total spoiler alert. He's the skinhead's father. You probably would know that if you're just paying attention in life.
Yeah.
And their plan is to like rob all of the basketball players while the basketball players are playing their game.
So
a pretty solid plan. They'll definitely be distracted.
Yeah, they're going to be distracted, but maybe someone goes home early. I don't know. Maybe someone needs to get some epic fucking revenge with a samurai sword. I don't know. But
which one was your favorite? Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
One is such a great little snapshot. The best one, however, is 3, the Pedro Pascal, like Hitman one with Tom Hanks. Like, you're not going to be able to fuck with that kind of acting and production. But the first one to have a historically accurate Gilman Street and 2 fucking awesome bands. It looks great. Bands are even deep cuts to me, and I am a huge fan of the late 80s Berkeley scene. But that girl, she's wearing a Kamala and the Carnivores back patch, super deep cut. She's wearing a Yeasty Girl shirt, very deep cut. And I think some kids are going to learn about some cool punk rock. For those not familiar, Gilman is like DIY venue, all ages, and that is where Green Day broke and Rancid broke. That is where... And it is just a peaceful, self-run venue. It still exists. It's doing great. And Punks on Film, I mean, Punks on Film is the first one. As just a film lover, I vote for 3. But it was cool. If you guys just want a fun little, not too much of a pressure movie, check it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we didn't all hear about this.
We did. We watched the trailer on the...
I don't remember a trailer for this, bro. I don't think...
I don't remember a trailer for this either.
Really?
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the first time I've ever heard of it.
We definitely didn't see that trailer.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was a teaser, but...
Because I would have been going apeshit if I actually saw the Gilman Club, like, inside. You know?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
And they call it the Gilman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really trust any of our memories. Yeah. Summer, have we seen that before? Check the comments. She's the only person I trust.
Yeah, I don't know if Summer's
that's valid.
out there.
Summer knows what we've seen. But Punks on Film, Freaky Tales. Holy shit, the people that wrote and direct fucking Captain Marvel are fucking doing a period accurate punk rock fucking thing? Like, wild.
Yeah. Yeah,
and for Punks on Film, there's also a cameo from Tim Armstrong, also known as the guitarist of Operation Ivy and the lead singer of a little band called Rancid.
Rancid, yeah.
But dope. I had a good time. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I was pleasantly surprised.
And you were pleasantly surprised, and sometimes that's what life's about. Being pleasantly surprised and just enjoying the moment for what it presents you.
Yeah.
That's true. And yeah.
I'm definitely down. I want to see it. It's on my list, so... yeah, but we have another movie.
So I need you to filibuster for like 30 seconds. I need you to vamp for 30 seconds because if I'm doing the next thing, I need a brief moment to myself before.
Yes.
Yeah. So Christian, what do you think of the geopolitical state of the nation and in relation to the economic downturns that we have felt in the crosswinds of tomorrow?
Yes, Mr. Johnson, I'd like to address that. That's a great question because I've been smelling a lot of the crosswinds, and they've been wafting over into my economic situation. And what I would have liked to have had was a lot of money to invest while all these knuckleheads are crashing the markets, so I could buy low. You know,
Hmm.
everything kind of went a little south for a little while, but it's starting to build back up. So I'm fine. I'm fine.
But
Confident
did you?
these knuckleheads will make themselves rich, and as long as you're invested somehow, you're gonna hopefully capitalize on these knuckleheads. So.
Remember yesterday when there was like 100% tariffs on foreign movies, and then
Yeah.
today they were like, "Oh yeah, no, not really. We don't know what any of it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Ding
We're
dongs.
opening Alcatraz instead today. That's what's going on." Today.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Fucking Alcatraz, dude.
everything they say is
You know
meant
what?
for us to be talking
But that
about.
means
That
we
is
can
true.
get our Rock sequel that we deserve, Hunter.
Yeah, I would be down to get a Rock sequel and actually shoot at Alcatraz. I think that'd be cool. I'm not so much down for Alcatraz being reopened again, but that's just because I like people.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, so that concludes our filibuster and
Yeah.
Okay, good job, guys. Thank you. My bladder appreciates it. Wonderful job. Thank you.
I busted
so much.
my fill real quick though.
Yeah, I filibuster hard.
You could have done better than that. You're better than that, Ack.
I am not.
Oh, dude.
Oh god.
Oh,
So,
man.
has anybody seen the biggest movie in the world that's a horror movie that's
So-
like got a 97 fucking % on Rotten Tomatoes and has been out for 2
I
weeks?
keep hearing just only
we're
incredible things.
We're a horror podcast, and there's a horror movie that's absolutely destroying right now. And God, look at that dreamy specimen, Michael B. Jordan. Holy shit.
He's
You get
way
2 of them in this movie, guys. 2. He plays twin brothers.
Yeah. See,
That's double the amount of muscles.
I don't
Double.
get excited by him because I don't like his acting. I don't think he's good. That's my problem.
What?
Yeah.
Have you seen
Oh,
Creed?
I think he's a good
Yeah, I
actor.
didn't like that. I hated Black Panther. I hated Black Panther.
I didn't think he was
What?
great in Black Panther.
Yeah, he was terrible in Black Panther. He was like not. He was not even. He was just acting. He was just.
Did you enjoy the movie Black Panther?
I hated Black Panther. No, I did not like that movie at all.
Shit, dude.
Fucking terrible
fucking
movie.
like Black Panther.
Wow,
Wakanda
Christian.
forever,
Tell us
bro.
how you really felt about Black
Yeah,
Panther.
dude. What's up?
Yeah, I did not give 2 shits.
Where
about
did it show us on the doll where it hurt you?
Yeah, I know. It hurt me because I could have been fucking hanging out at home or doing something else. Anything but that. I don't like any of those big movies, like those big. But I'm 100% in. So let's go. Let's move on from that. Tell us about Sinners.
Okay. Well, Sinners is written and directed by the dude that wrote and directed Black Panther. So
Yes.
that
yes.
is good for most of the world and probably horrible for you, Ack.
Yes.
Ryan Coogler? Coogler.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So sorry, Ryan. Anyways, Ryan's been fucking killing it. Fucking Creed, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and his newest movie is Sinners. And
Yeah.
Sinners, I'd been hearing good things. I didn't really learn too much about it before I went in, and I had a wonderful time. It's fucking
I know like
awesome.
nothing about it. I don't even know what it's about.
Okay, so it's a period piece, Jim Crow era, early 1930s.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan plays 2 brothers that are like, they're going back to their hometown. They've been gangsters in Chicago. They're coming back with money, and they're opening a fucking juke joint. We've got our fucking musician cousin who's fucking badass. We got the fucking hall. And that's pretty much what the first act really is piecing it together. We're getting the sign. We're advertising. We're, having a couple badass moments. Couple badass moments right there, as you can already tell. Vibe-wise, a little bit, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Okay.
And a little bit From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. Like the second
The
half.
music in this,
Hmm.
the third act is fucking Dusk
Third
Till
act.
Dawn. It's
Okay.
it's a non-campy titty twister. It's definitely minus the camp, but it's
Okay.
just, but much like, the reason it has so much in common with Dusk Till Dawn is that it's like a fairly serious drama for the first 2 acts, and then it becomes this balls out fucking vampire movie in the final act,
Yeah.
And that is where the spiritual connection to that is. But this is a period piece. It's fucking so well acted. Fucking Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, fucking great chemistry, great juju. This is it hits the elements of horror, but it didn't really feel like a horror. It's not relying on jump scares and stuff. It's more like my girlfriend really wants to see it, but she is terrified of horror movies. But one of her favorite movies is Lost Boys, and I'm like, if you can do Lost Boys, you can probably do Sinners. It's more like that. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
vampires, but we're not just out to scare you.
Dude, I never even
That's
saw
the
the
first
trailer for this.
vampire.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we
He's
watched
a
the trailer on
fucking
our show.
G, dude. He is a G. Did we watch this?
We watched the trailer, not this exact trailer.
Not
but we-
this one. This one
we
shows
watched
a
the
little bit
trailer
more.
just about a month ago.
No
I
shit.
just keep forgetting. I always forget too, but I remember this one.
I have no short-term memory.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, it's the South. It's definitely, the juke joint is. You've got these strangers coming up that are traditional Irish folk singers just wanting to be invited in.
Oh, okay.
And it's definitely very high on the invited in, like, vampire lore.
Ah, okay.
And the music is phenomenal. Like, the southern soulful fucking Preacher Boy is, their cousin, and he does some awesome fucking blues music in here.
Okay.
At the end, we have a cameo from Buddy Guy.
Oh, nice.
Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But what's so cool, personally, like just being such a fucking music nerd, is you're seeing the like Irish traditional sharecroppers outside of the juke joint, and you're hearing the Southern gospel inside the blues. And you're like, these two musics are about to bang and create fucking rock and roll. And they're not quite there yet. It's the 30s, but you can hear it. You can hear that little bit of bluegrass going on outside, and you hear the fucking soulful fucking rhythm and blues. And you're like, once you guys start paying attention to the other ones, we've got a fucking, Chuck Berry coming out,
Yep. Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan plays two characters. It's
So
fucking-
is the twist that there's only one of them?
Give us the whole
No,
story,
I'm
Alex.
just
That's
kidding.
what Hunter's is.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
But
I
I
don't
mean-
want to give it all away, but it's,
Don't. I'm just kidding. I do want to
But
see this because I heard
it's-
it's just incredible.
they're very attracted to the music. The vampire is definitely pre-racism and pre-Jim Crow, and like any movie, the bad guy is the hero of his own movie, and he can offer them salvation and offer them, never-ending life, and he just wants them all to be one. But
Yeah.
you're a fucking vampire if you're.
Did
all
you
one.
just say pre-racism? Are you talking pre-American?
Pre-Jim Crow, pre-Southern
racism.
American
Okay.
racism. No, but it's just.
There's all-
But I
I
mean,
think
the way he
cavemen
speaks,
were
it'll make
racist.
sense once you see it. Just the way he speaks, like he's an
Yeah.
ancient vampire. Like it's like like there is a clan undertone of the people. He's got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Like this is just.
Okay.
He's just a dude.
Yeah, but there is definitely some clan undertones, and the worst people in this movie are not necessarily the vampires.
Mm-hmm. I have no doubt it's just
know?
the regular white
Yep.
folk that are the worst.
Exactly. So, dude, I don't want to overhype it because I know that I've got some critical motherfuckers paying attention right now, and I know if I go in thinking something's going to be amazing, I'm only looking for things to let me down. But just go in with an open mind. The music is fucking great. The visuals are great. There's so many muscles. So much muscles. The
I love muscles.
It's like, dude, it's like watching Predator, bro. And it's all Michael B. Jordan.
Hold on now, bro. Hold on now, bro.
Yeah.
All
Might have
Michael
gone a
B.
little too
Jordan.
far.
Look
I
at
don't know.
that,
Michael
bro.
B. Jordan looks strong, but I don't know about Predator.
There's two of them, bro. It'd be like if there were two Schwarzeneggers.
I think two Michael B. Jordans might equal like 3/4 of one Schwarzenegger.
Okay, 80 steroids have come and gone, so
That's true.
like we're competing on a 2025 level here. But
Valid.
it's been a long time since I've seen a movie where I want to go back and see it again, and I really want to go back and see it again.
Now, did the between the dramatic opening or the first 3/4 and the ending where it turns full action horror? Was it kind of seamless, or was that feeling
The
throughout?
tension builds.
Yeah.
The
Look at that. Hunters.
No,
Hunters have naked in his little picture there. Look at that.
Yeah,
Looking
you
down.
like that?
The hell?
Like,
What are you
our
doing?
villain probably gets 2 minutes of screen time in probably the first half of the movie or whatever, like
So it's like
it's
from Dusk Till
you can
Dawn.
feel there's, something else out there, but it would just be a period drama, for really the first half of the movie, and then a little bit of tension build, and then we're in it.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
But, it's always cool to see different vampire movies and which lore it is that they're really sticking to. I don't think I've seen as much Invitation recently. That was a big thing, I think, growing up. I mean, who knows once Twilight and fucking shit hits the world. True Blood, vampires, they've been writing their own rules. But, you've got your more spiritual woman who's like, I've heard of these vampires, and they're getting their garlic, they're getting their crosses. They know bullets aren't going to work, but they will slow them down. And these dudes are fucking gangsters, so they're kind of prepared, but they're not prepared for vampires.
Yeah.
No one's prepared for vampires.
Nope.
Yeah,
Man, dude.
Dude. I don't know.
Sinners, dude.
Where would you put that on the Leprechaun scale?
Yeah, is it a pot of gold?
It feels shameful to put it on the fucking Leprechaun scale. Like, this is actually a good movie. Like, it's not just a good horror movie. Like, it's a good movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pot of gold as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well,
I found a pot of gold. This is no cubic zirconia. I think even Ack would think it's higher than a cubic zirconia.
Even with Michael B. Jordan in it. Yeah.
Just go in.
He'll prove himself.
I'm gonna definitely watch that because
Yeah,
I've heard. I keep hearing incredible things, and literally, this is the first time I've seen any media about this. I didn't even know. All I knew was Michael B. Jordan horror movie.
Yeah, you should
probably
probably
horror movie with 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like fucking Goodfellas level, and that is my top. Like, whenever I'm looking for like how good a movie is, Goodfellas is my perfect movie. So,
yeah, I don't like Goodfellas either.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Who hurt you?
Christian doesn't like any good movies.
One time I was with a girl, and we were kind of on the outs, but I didn't want us to be on the outs. And then she made me watch Goodfellas, and I didn't even like it. And she made me watch it subtitled, not even subtitled in Spanish. It was like dubbed in Spanish. So I'm like, I hate it, and I can't understand it all the way. So, yeah.
Okay, you need to give yourself the gift of watching Goodfellas without any weird juju like that attached to it.
I've seen it like three times. I've seen it since then too, and I still don't like the lead character, the Ray Liotta character. It's just obnoxious to me, and it just annoys me. Totally.
Hey man, one time I was on a date with a girl, and I said you could pick any movie you want to watch, and I had a whole big old stack of tapes.
Uh-huh.
And it was between Amelie and Godzilla versus Megalon.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, bro, this chick's about to win my heart. And,
yeah, Amelie.
No, hell no. God damn.
No, that's a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, my God, dude. She chose motherfucking Amelie. And really? I'm like, why do I even own this fucking movie? We watched it. It's good. It's a fine movie. It's a fine movie. It's no Godzilla versus Megalon, but it's a fine movie. But then, like 2 dates later, bro, she dropped one with a hard R, and that I had to.
Ooh. Like
yeah. She dropped a hard R on me, bro.
Like a
bad word.
I'm trying to think of a good R word. I can't even think of a good.
No, it ends in a
joke right now.
It ends in a hard R.
Yes, it ended with an R.
God, that is the worst hard R word on the planet.
Yeah. I know there's a one came to mind.
I had to walk away from that big time.
Ack's gonna get us canceled if we stay on this subject, bro.
Yeah, let's change the subject immediately.
Anyways, anybody out there looking for our opinions, know that I love Goodfellas and Ack hates Goodfellas,
and I would watch Amelie a billion times over.
Listen, Amelie is a great movie.
Amelie's a mess.
Goodfellas is a great movie as well. Goodfellas is also great. I would say I'm Godfather over Goodfellas though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Casino over Goodfellas. Anything over Goodfellas. But no, not anything.
Goodfellas is pretty
not
good.
Anything. But okay, Goodfellas over Black Panther. Let's do that.
Yeah, I can live with that for sure.
Goodfellas over Black Panther.
Anyways, okay,
I would
whatever.
put Black Panther over Amelie, though. I think.
No.
Same.
Fucking garbage movie.
Oh my
If you wanted to, if you want to see something, if you love Amelie, and Summer, maybe you've seen this. Jean-Pierre Junot, he did another movie called Micmacs about 8 years ago, and it is another masterpiece. But he also has another movie on Netflix I need to see that came out the past few years. But
Amelie is a good movie. It is a good movie.
Yeah.
I will say that. But I really was just down to watch Godzilla vs. Megalon.
We're not talking about Sinners anymore.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about Sinners anymore, I guess.
God, we love you, Michael B. Jordan. Though, look at those guns. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're just the computers back.
Yeah. Watch him again in Black Panther and tell me he's acting good in that movie. He's not even fucking there, dude. He's just.
Oh, dude. I hate to say it, Christian, but I totally agree.
Yeah.
In Black Panther, he's incredible.
Yes. I can't even. I mean, I just really picture Chadwick Boseman when I think of Black Panther. It's been a few years. And
yeah. Do you guys see this
wonderful.
thing popping up on the screen, or is it just
the middle
me?
finger?
Yeah, the middle finger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
Okay,
that.
so we have a glitch in this matrix of this new EV Mux. Somebody email them and tell them.
How is the viewing of this episode versus our normal ones? What's going on out there, Film Villain Nation? Let us know, because we're on a new format. We don't know what we're doing.
Hey, yeah, man. You
It's
know,
like
I
we're dragging a stick shift for the first time, and we don't know how to do it.
Hey, you know, we suffered through last week too with in your absence, Christian, talking about
Suffered. It was a fucking treat, and you know it, Hunter.
It was great. It was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Christian. It was really nice.
And
we stayed up way past our bedtime. We ate all the sugar we wanted to. There was no adult supervision. We had a fucking pillow fight. Nobody busted our porno mags. It was great.
We compared our sizes. Wait, what?
Hey.
We talked about Goodfellas and Black Panther as much as we wanted. It was fucking great, bro.
Yeah,
it was awesome, bro.
I just sipped on Mai Tais and shit back on the cruise, so I didn't even think about it. I didn't even remember who you guys were or your names or anything. So it was great.
Same over here.
Likewise, yeah.
I just loved it. Yeah,
we're reunited and it feels good.
Yeah,
this is all shtick. This is all shtick. We love each other. Okay.
So guys,
get that out.
Next week we're talking about doing 13 greatest horror movies, horror comedies of all time. Is that what we're doing?
Are we doing it?
I don't know.
Maybe how are we doing it? Do we have to do a voting system? Like, how is it going to be like
the Leprechaun system? Obviously, right?
Yeah. No. I'm thinking. No, we can't do it that way because then you'd have 5,000 movies to discuss.
Well, no, we're gonna have the top. Wait, what? Aren't we? Huh? So we're gonna just name horror comedies live? How are we doing?
No. I'm thinking of doing it like the other one. Well, we can discuss this afterwards, but no,
this
like
inside baseball.
Like we did the top. What did we do? Top 31 greatest horror.
So guest raters
with guests and shit. Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead, Evil Dead 2, fucking.
Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are not horror comedies, bro. No way.
What?
No way that classifies as horror comedy.
Is that a horror comedy?
I mean, Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. Evil Dead 1, you can find humor in it, of course, but I don't think it's really considered a comedy.
But 2 is a horror comedy, right?
Yes, 2 is 100% a fucking comedy.
Oh, man.
I think Hunter's going to be upset.
This list is going to be wild, bro, because if Scary Movie doesn't, like, grace the top 5, I'm going to walk. I'm going to fucking walk. Just letting y'all know.
If what doesn't? If what?
No,
if Scary Movie.
Oh, Scary Movie.
Because if we're just putting funny horror movies, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
If Shaun of the Dead doesn't win, I walk.
Shaun of the Dead is gonna win.
No offense to everybody's opinions.
Yeah, and that's valid.
I might vote a couple times.
Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Summer's down.
It's great.
Summer's down. Summer's throwing out bangers. Final Girls.
No shit.
I've never seen Final Girls. Wait,
what do you think, Summer?
Do you
think Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2?
Is Final Girls the one where like they go into the movie that the girl's mom is in, and like it's like a slasher?
It is a slasher, but I thought it was more based in a house, and then Jamie Lee Curtis Is that she in it, or is that Is that the Fox show that was called something similar?
That is not the movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're probably going to do that next week.
Homer said yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. That was good. Good. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do it, guys. I think we just figured out what we're gonna do next week.
Cool.
I'm gonna put Shaun of the Dead 13 times.
I'm gonna watch a lot of good horror comedies. Like, it's a good question.
And audience member, if you hate this show, please subscribe and like down below, because we need some people. We're looking for what's the word for it? We're trying to get monetized.
Friends.
Someday we'll get monetized.
Yeah,
and friends. We'd like some
we're
friends.
looking for friends, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, and boys, the Monster Palooza Saturday night. I'm throwing a party here, so in Pasadena, come over to the Goat Bar. We'll be throwing movies on the screen.
Is that this weekend?
No, that's another 3.5 weeks or so, like the June 1st kind of weekend ish, whenever the hell that is.
I'm jelly, bro. I want to come to the Goat Bar.
Yeah, we'll throw a party, and I'm gonna try to make it an annual event. When the Monster Palooza's in Pasadena.
You're all invited to the Goat Bar.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
I invited so many randos that I met on the. I was just like inviting people. Here's my address. Anybody that I met at the con. So if you're at the convention, come up to me and say hi, and I'll maybe if you're cool, and if you have pretty girls with you, especially.
Oh, there you go. Well, Christian approves.
Or anybody dressed up like Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, and guys, by the way, I did just follow Brian Bonzel, aka Mikey, on Instagram. So I will keep you guys apprised. I'm gonna try to get him on the show. I'm gonna try to get Mikey on.
All of our family ties questions will be answered.
All I got is questions about Mikey.
Yeah.
99 questions about Mikey, 2 questions about Blank Check.
And two more questions about Justine Bateman as a teenager.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, just to get answers about Jason Bateman. But,
yes.
Whatever we got to do.
Are they related?
Yeah. I think they're brother and sister.
Really? Brother and sister.
I had no idea.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Kirk Cameron, Candace Cameron, brother, sister.
Yep.
You heard it here.
Yeah. I think I heard they're both going to hell.
O.J. Simpson, Jessica Simpson, father, daughter.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Homer Simpson uncle. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
That's correct. That slow fade out, dude.
I know.
I can't with that shit.